Everyone has been posting these AI football videos all throughout the World Cup, and they are getting more views than anything else on YouTube, such as this one with more than 100 million views. But all of these players and scenes you see in the video are actually fake and were created using AI. And in this video, I will walk you through the entire process of how you can do this yourself from start to finish. And it all starts with making sure our characters in the video stay consistent throughout the scenes. For this whole workflow, I'll be using OpenArt. There's a link in the description if you want to follow along with me. I'll sign into OpenArt, then from the sidebar, I'll click Image. On the next screen, you can see we have a prompt field. There's also an option to select our image generation model, and we can set our quality and image size right here. For this workflow, I'll choose Nano Banana Pro as our model. If we use other models like ChatGPT, their policies won't let us create images of football players. And this one decision is the whole difference between this working or falling apart. If your model blocks generating images of real players, you can't make a single one of these videos, no matter how good the idea is. So you have to get the model right first. Otherwise, you'll waste hours fighting a tool that was never going to let you do it. Before I create any videos, I'll make character sheets. These include pictures of our football players from multiple angles. That helps our video generation model keep them consistent no matter what angle they're shown from. And you only have to make these once. The character sheets get saved, so I can reuse the exact same players in video after video without building them again. That's how these channels post every single day. One of the tricky parts is already done. And right now, Ronaldo, Messi, Erling Haaland, Yamal, and Mbappe are the most trending in the football space. So I'll choose them as the main characters of our story. Using this prompt, I'll create a 3-part character sheet for every player we have. I have a different prompt for each player, so I'll link all of them in the description. As you can see, all of our characters have turned out pretty accurate, and we also have every usable angle we'll need for them. And if you want to create character sheets for other players, you can see that my prompt is structured around their facial features. It's not just me telling the model to generate a picture of Ronaldo. If you just type his name, you will get a slightly different face every time, because the model fills in the gap it finds on its own. Describing the exact features gives it something precise to lock onto, and that's what keeps him the same in every shot. I actually describe his ethnicity, his age, and his build. I also mention the key details of his face and his body, and I tell it how I want the shot to look. You can also use ChatGPT for this. Just give it an image of any player. It'll analyze the photo and give you a prompt that extracts their facial features. Then you can use that prompt to generate any player you want. Next, I'll create the place where I want my characters to sit. I'll paste this prompt in and keep the image model, but I'll change the aspect ratio. As you can see, it has given me an image of a cafeteria dining table, and overall, it looks modern and suitable for our story. And now every player will come out exactly as they are when we generate videos of them. But players and an empty cafe are not the same as a video. So now I'll take those players and the empty cafe and start building the actual scenes of the story. Every scene in the video will start as an image, and that image is what the video model animates from later. So if the image is good, our end result will turn out good too. And this is where you want to catch any mistakes early. If a frame looks off or is not to the quality you want, you can simply redo the image. But if you animate using a bad frame first, you've wasted the whole video generation, and you have to redo that shot from scratch. So this way, I get every image correctly before I move on. Now this is where our reference images come into play, like the character sheets we made. To generate each frame, I'll stay in the image tool. Then I'll drop the character sheets for whoever's in the shot into the visual references box, along with the cafe. I'll start with Ronaldo walking into the scene. Now, I'll just reference his character sheet and make him walk through the doors. Our image does look like Ronaldo walking through the door, but the whole vibe kind of makes it look like a hospital, which is pretty funny. Next, I'll create an image where the other 3 players are sitting and laughing. For this one, I'll reference Mbappe, Messi, and Haaland together. As you can see, our image turned out pretty well. Messi, Mbappe, and Haaland are laughing together, sitting at the cafe dining table. For the next 2 images, I want a close-up shot of Messi and Mbappe separately. I'll reference the image I just made and use this prompt. The images look exactly how I wanted them to. And in the next shot, I want Haaland leaning back in his chair and laughing, so I'll put this prompt in. Again, this looks really nice. Next, I'll switch back to Ronaldo and use this prompt. As you can see, Ronaldo looks truly heartbroken as he cries. And I know at this point, you might be confused about what the story is even about. You'll get to see it in a minute. I'm not going to spoil the story now. Next, for Yamal, I'll use this prompt. Yamal is sitting at another table, turning his head to look over and see what's happening. And for the last frame, I'll use this prompt and reference both of them. As you can see, Ronaldo and Yamal are sitting together, which is exactly what I pictured. And now I've pre-planned every single shot of the video as an image, but these are still AI generated pictures. And the next step is where they actually start moving just like real videos. So now I'll animate each of these images into a video, and you have to be careful with the model you're choosing, just like we did in the image generation. So I'll head over to the sidebar and click video. The first thing you'll notice is the default video generation model, which is Seedance 2.0. Seedance 2.0 doesn't let you animate real players, just like ChatGPT wouldn't let us create them earlier. So I'll select Kling 3.0 as our video generation model, which will animate our characters with no problem at all. Next, I'll keep the audio on. I'll set the duration to 6 seconds and keep the camera angle fixed. 6 seconds is the sweet spot. It's long enough to read the line on screen, but short enough that the video ends before the AI motion starts looking weird. And I keep the camera fixed because a moving camera makes the video's motion change randomly, and that's when faces start looking weird. A locked camera keeps every shot clean, and I'll set the resolution to 1080p. Next, I'll give it each image as a starting frame and begin animating the videos. For our first video, I'll reference Ronaldo's walking scene as the start frame and the players laughing at the dining table as the end frame. Then I'll use this prompt. As you can see in the video, Ronaldo walks into the cafe, and we can see the other players laughing at the dining table. For the rest of our videos, we'll only be using a starting frame. Next, I'll drop in Mbappe's close-up shot and use this prompt.
Bro really walked in with that winner energy.
As you can see, Mbappe is laughing, and he mocks Ronaldo at the end. Then I'll do the same thing with Messi. He's laughing and cracking up too, mocking Ronaldo. Next is Haaland. So for him, I'll put in this prompt. He also turned out just as I wanted. Then I'll reference Ronaldo's crying image as the starting frame and use this prompt. As you can see, the crying looks pretty weird and imperfect, and that is actually the point. This is a meme type skit video, so it's supposed to be imperfect. Those little imperfections all through the video are completely expected. If we tried to make it completely perfect with nothing weird, that would actually hurt our views more than you'd think. People scroll straight past anything that looks too clean and polished because it feels like an ad. The videos that feel rough, slightly broken are what keep people watching. So our next character is Yamal. For him, I'll use this prompt. This also turned out pretty good, as he looks over to call Ronaldo. And for the last scene, I'll reference the shot where they're sitting together and put in this prompt. As you can see, they're sitting together and having a nice friendly moment. So now I've got all 7 video parts I needed, but right now, these are just 7 separate videos. The last step is putting them all together into a single completed short. Next, I'll bring all 7 video shots into CapCut, which is completely free, and there are some edits you have to do here, so pay close attention. First, I'll upload my videos to CapCut. Then I'll drop all 7 videos into the timeline in order. Then I'll head over to text and hit auto captions. This creates captions throughout my video automatically. It listens to the videos and writes out all the dialogue for me, so I'll just read through them and fix anything that turns out wrong. Captions are actually more important than you think, since a lot of people watch these clips with their sound off. They just read the text, and that's why we have to add captions. Next, I'll add a vignette effect across the whole timeline. It's hidden under adjustment, so you have to add a layer first and increase the slider. All this effect does is darken the edges of the frame a little bit, which makes your eye focus on the middle of the video where the players are. Now I'll take screenshots of the goal scores from the countries our players are from and put them on screen in front of each player as they're laughing, so it makes sense why they're laughing at Ronaldo. They have all scored more goals than Ronaldo, and they all won, so they're laughing at him while he's crying. In the last video, Yamal sympathizes with him because Spain also only drew against Cabo Verde. Next, I'll add some music, a few sound effects, and some quick transitions between the videos. And the music isn't just there to fill empty space. Music that matches the energy throughout your short is what keeps viewers watching until the end, which is exactly what they are designed for. I'll keep the transitions a little light so they just look snappy. If you overdo them, the video starts to look cheap. In the end, I'll keep the export settings at 1080p for the final cut, which is the same quality as everything else in our workflow. And when you go to upload this to YouTube, you have to enable the altered or synthetic content option in YouTube Studio under the AI disclosure. The whole video uses real people's faces, so you have to flag it. If you don't, YouTube can put that label on for you, and that's not what you want on a fresh channel. Then I'll click export.
Bro really walked in with that winner energy.
1-1 with DR Congo? Come on, bro, we expected more from you.
Maybe next game, big guy, but not today. Hey, Ronaldo, come here. I have got a seat for you.
Thank you, you're my best friend.
As you can see, our video turned out to be a pretty realistic but funny meme type animation, the kind that's infamous for getting a ton of views on YouTube Shorts. And overall, it turned out exactly how I wanted. And I've built the entire short with one single workflow, all inside OpenArt. And honestly, OpenArt is the only tool you need to create these and stack millions of views in your channel. So sign up to OpenArt with my link in the description and make your first football short while the World Cup is still going on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.